Hello, how are you? Hope you all are maybe fine, right? So from today in this video lecture, we are going to start a new topic, the finite integration after completion of indefinite integration, right? Now in the finite integration, as I told you, आपकी जो आगे की इनडिफाइनाइट की जो फॉर्मूला है सब वही मैं यूज करूंगा. Nothing is new, only there is a new concept, but you have to apply all formulas whatever you learn up to here, right, in previous all videos. Now first topic in definite integration is definite integration as a limit of a sum, and this topic is not included in your syllabus of this current year, that is in 21 board exam only, as 30% excluded portion are there available for you. So this is not included in your portion, but you have to learn and you must have to knowledge of a limit as a sum of definite integration. So I am explaining you, concept is very important, आपको वो समझना जरूरी है, बिकॉज आप जब हायर स्टडीज के लिए जाएंगे, इंजीनियरिंग में, बीएससी में, कहीं भी जाएंगे, मैथ्स आएगा तो ये डिफाइनाइट इंटीग्रेशन का यूज आएगा. सो ये टॉपिक सीखना तो जरूरी है, मगर ये आपका बर्डन जो है वो बर्डन कम करने के लिए 30% जो एक्सक्लूडेड पोर्शन है इसमें इसका इंक्लूडेड किया गया है, राइट. सपोज f is a continuous function, f is continuous function in closed interval AB, in closed interval AB, right. So definite integration means integration a to b fx dx, right, where a is a lower limit, b is a upper limit, and this is a function fx to be, you have to find the value of that, right. And in meaning in this notation, meaning of this definite integration a to b fx dx is area bounded by the curve fx, area bounded by curve y is equal to fx. Suppose we say this is y, then this is y is equal to fx, right, under the limit a and b, that is by line x is equal to a and x is equal to b with x-axis, right. That means if we have a x-axis and y-axis is this, suppose this is our axis, this is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is origin, and suppose this is a curve y is equal to fx in closed interval AB. As you saw, this curve is a continuous curve, this is y is equal to fx curve, right. So meaning of this definite integration is area of the curve y is equal to fx and line x is equal to a, line x is equal to b, line x is equal to a, x is equal to b, right, and x-axis. This is the meaning of definite integration, right. That means if you are solving the questions, right, integration a to b fx dx, and the answer will be the area of the given function, right, between x-axis and the line x is equal to a and x is equal to b, right. Means definite integration is nothing but you have to find the area under the curve, right. So suppose this closed interval AB is given. Suppose I am dividing this closed interval in n equal parts. I am dividing this in n equal parts, right. Then dot dot dot, and this is the last part. The length of this equal part is h. Suppose this is h, right. So this will be, if a, then this will be a point a plus h, this becomes a plus twice h, this is a plus 3h, and this is a plus 4h. So b is nothing but a plus nh. B is nothing but what? A plus nh. Now we have to find out the area under the curve, means We have to find out the area of one strip, two, second, third, fourth, and up to n strip value, right? So here B is equal to what? So B is equal to A plus NH. That means B minus A is equal to NH. So H is equal to B minus A upon N we get here, right? Now we have to find out the area. Means we are able to find out the area of rectangle, but here in this is not a rectangle. So considering this as a rectangle, if we find out area of this first strip, that is a rectangle, and area of the rectangle is breadth into height or length, right? So this is it. What is this? H. This is a H, and this length is nothing but function of A plus H. If this is A, then we are writing the value of this is f of A, this is f of A plus H, like that. So area of this first strip is H into f of A plus H. Second strip H into f of A plus twice H. Third H into f of A plus 3H, and so on. Last will be H into f of A plus NH. So if we collect, if we sum these all strip, first strip, second strip, right, then third strip, like this. I'm not doing this, and this all strip. That means sum of all strips area will be the region bounded by the curve with respect to line AX equal to A, X equal to B, and X axis. Then sum of these will be, see, H is common here in all, so H, and summation of this, can I write like this, f of A plus IH, where I running from 1 to n. So this is a summation, right? But in this portion, if see here, this is your blank area, this portion is omitted. But if we divide these n portions, right, n into infinitely many parts, I divide this closed into infinitely many parts. That is, if we take n equal to infinite, then n into infinite, you know, 1 upon n is 0. That is, h is 0. 1 upon n is 0. So h is 0, right? N tends to infinity, 1 upon n is 0. That means at that point we get the correct area, right? So applying limit n tends to infinity, okay? So as n tends to infinity, 1 upon n is 0. So h is equal to b minus a by n, that's why, right? So this is the definition of a definite integration, that is integration a to b fx dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity h into sigma f of a plus I h, where I running from 1 to n, right? Sometimes we take h is equal to 0 because 1 upon n equal to 0, so h into 0 into y minus a. So sometimes in the questions of exponential functions are given, then we have to consider h tends to 0. So we can take either n tends to infinite or h tends to 0 in the definition of this limit as a sum, right? Limit of a sum of a definite integration, right? In the previous years all, this question is very important question. Find the definite integration's value as a limit of a sum, right? Each and every year you can find out one question. आपको एक question 3 marks का मिलता ही था, और very easy questions, right? But you have to do labor work also. आपको थोड़ा लिखना पड़ता था, बाकी बहुत ही easy question रहता था, मगर आपको इस साल ये करना नहीं है, right? So अब इसका एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं. प्रैक्टिस के लिए आपको दिखा रहा हूँ कैसे लिमिट ऑफ अ सम डिफाइनाइट इंटीग्रेशन का एग्जाम्पल सॉल्व करते हैं. वो आपको कंसेप्ट याद रखना है, एग्जाम के लिए प्रिपेयर करना नहीं है. ओके, सो फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑफ डिफाइनाइट इंटीग्रेशन इज द सम ऑफ लिमिट or limit of a sum, right? This is integration 0 to 2 x square plus 1. So here what is fx? Fx is x square plus 1 limit a to b, that is a equal to 0, b is equal to 2, right? So this fx, a to b fx, right? So we are writing for your reference. Now, as you know, this topic is not included in your current year syllabus of board exams, right? Otherwise, this is a very important topic, and each and every year you will find out 3 marks questions, right? मैं आपको जब असाइनमेंट दूंगा तो वो असाइनमेंट में तो ये एग्जाम में इंक्लूड होगा, तो इसको आपको ऐसे जो इसकी मेथड से सॉल्व नहीं करना, आपको एज अ एमसीक्यू सॉल्व करके इसका आंसर लिख लेना है, राइट? यू विल बी फाइंड आउट 3 मार्क्स क्वेश्चन ईच एंड एवरी ईयर, राइट? मगर आपकी इस करंट साल के एग्जाम में ये एक्सक्लूडेड पोर्शन में है, तो आपको इसको व्हाइल यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर एग्जाम आपको इसको प्रिपेयर नहीं करना है, राइट? मगर अभी कॉन्सेप्ट अंडरस्टैंडिंग के लिए आपको ये मैं सिखा रहा हूँ, राइट? सो एज यू नो what we did for in theoretical portion, we divide this closed interval AB means 0 to 2 in n equal parts, right? So here you know f is a continuous function on closed interval 0 to b, so f is continuous on closed interval 0 comma 2. So therefore dividing closed interval 0 comma 2 into n equal subintervals of length h is equal to b minus a upon n into n equal subintervals of length h is equal to b minus a upon n. So what is b? 2, a is 0 and n is as it is. So we get 2 by n, that is what we get, h is equal to nh is equal to 2. So we get nh is equal to 2. Got it? Now definition of a definite integration is integration a to b fx dx is limit n tends to infinite h into f of a plus ih. This is the definition of definite integration as a limit of a sum, as a limit of a sum, either sum of a limit, right? So limit of a sum is, this is the definition. So what we required first, f of a plus ih. So first target is to find out f of a plus ih, then we have to multiply by h, and then applying this definition we will get our answer. This is the procedure. So first f of a plus ih. So first is f of a plus ih. Now what is it? A is 0. So substituting a equals 0, what we get? F of ih. So we get f of ih. Now this is f of x. Definition of f of x is x square plus 1. So squaring of, substituting ih instead of x. So what we get? ih whole square plus 1. That is I square h square. What we get? I square h square plus 1. Now applying sigma, right? Sorry, I forget to write here sigma, h into sigma. So applying sigma here. So sigma f of a plus ih, I running from 1 to n, is equal to sigma. This is I square h square plus 1, I running from 1 to n. Now h is constant, so you know the rules of applying sigma, right? Constant comes out of outside the sigma, so this is h square sigma I square, I running from 1 to n, and plus sigma 1 I running from 1 to n. Now you have a formula, you know sigma 1 is n, sigma n is n plus 1 by 2. Sigma n square is n plus 1 twice n plus 1 by 6, and sigma n cube. Sigma n cube is nothing but sigma n whole square, that is square of this is n square, n plus 1 whole square divided by square of 2 is 4. So this all formula is well known formula, and you know this is the formula, and these all formulas are very important for this type of exam calls, right? While you are solving limit of a sum as a for definite integration, these all formulas are very useful. So sigma I square. Sigma I square means sigma n square. Formula is n plus 1 twice n plus 1 by 6. Here also I running from 1 to n. So applying this formula, what we get? Therefore, sigma f of a plus ih, I running from 1 to n is equal to h square as it is. Now formula of sigma n square is n plus 1 twice n plus 1 divided by 6, right? Plus sigma 1 is n that you know. Sigma 1 is n that you know. So now taking n common from this bracket, this become n square. Taking n common from this bracket become n cube. So what we get? This is h square n cube, right? Into 1 plus 1 upon n. This is 2 plus 1 upon n, right? Divide by 6. This is divide by 6 and this is n as it is. Now according to definition we have to multiply by h, right? So हम क्या कर रहे हैं? One by one step. First f of a plus i h फाइंड किया, सिग्मा ऑपरेट किया, नाउ h से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो पूरी डेफिनेशन हो गई. तो आपको ये स्टेप बाय स्टेप ऐसे सॉल्व करना था. दिस इज अ वेरी इजी एग्जांपल, नथिंग टू डू, जस्ट फाइंड आउट द लिमिट आफ्टर सिंप्लीफिकेशन, राइट? सो h से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे, क्या होगा? h into sigma f of a plus i h, I running from 1 to n, so this become h cube. So this is n cube h cube by 6, 1 plus 1 upon n, cube plus 1 upon n, and multiplying this also by h, this is nh. nh is 2 here. So substituting nh 2 cube, that is 8 by 6, 1 plus 1 upon n, 2 plus 1 upon n plus 2. So now everything completed. So you have to apply formula. So by definition, what we get? Integration 0 to 2 fx is x square plus 1 dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity, right? h into f of a plus ih, I running from 1 to n. So answer of this h into f of a plus ih is limit n tends to infinite, right? Answer is 4 by 3, 1 plus 1 upon n, 2 plus 1 upon n, n plus 2. This is your answer. As you know, as n tends to infinite, h tends to 1 upon n equal to 0, or h tends to 0, so 1 upon n is 0. So applying this limit, what we get? 4 by 3, 1 plus 0, 2 plus 0 plus 2, right? N tends to infinite, 1 upon n is equal to 0. So what do we get? 4 into 2, 8 by 3. So this is 8 by 3 plus 2. So answer will be 14 by 3. So what is the answer? 14 by 3. So this is a very easy type questions, but unfortunately this is not included in your current year syllabus. Okay? So after completion of this, we can solve another one question हम solve कर लेते हैं. वो है example 27. fx is equal to, right? Find the integration as a limit of a sum. Integration 0 to 2 same limit है, और एक फंक्शन रख देते हैं exponential. Suppose e raised to x dx. क्या करते हैं? e raised to x dx as the limit of a sum. So आपको exponential फंक्शन में कैसे अप्लाई करना वो भी दिखा देता हूँ. पोलिनोमियल में दिखा दिया. दो टाइप्स के ही क्वेश्चन हो रहते थे, राइट? और ये आपके सिलेबस में इंक्लूडेड नहीं है, तो आपको इसके प्रिपरेशन नहीं करना, बट कंसेप्चुअली सीख लेना है, राइट? मगर स्पेस चाहिए तो मैं थोड़ा क्लीन कर लेता हूँ. ओके, सो हियर fx is e raised to x, similarly e is 0, h is b is equal to 2. So f is continuous on 0,2, so dividing 0,2 into n equal subintervals of length h is equal to b minus a. b is 2 minus 0 upon n, that is 2 by n. That is we get similarly as previous question, nh is equal to 2, and you know this is a very important question, right? मैंने टाइम सेव किया है. Now what we require is for definition f of a plus ih. So f of a plus ih, a is 0, right? So what we get? F of ih, and f of ih, that is e raised to ih. that is e raised to ih. Now applying sigma e raised to ih, I running from 1 to n. So if we substitute I equal to 1, what do we get? E raised to h. So we get e raised to h plus, if we substitute 2h plus e raised to 3h plus dash, what we get? E raised to nh. So what we get here? Sequence AP or GP. Exponential means always GP. So this is a GP, and for GP, you know, for GP, sum is Sn is equal to A r raised to n minus 1 upon r minus 1, where r is not equal to 1. This is GP, right? So what is A? E raised to h. So A is equal to e raised to h. Ratio r is e raised to twice h upon e raised to h, that is e raised to h. So r is e raised to h. So what we get? Sum of this is, so therefore sigma f of a plus ih, I running from 1 to n, is equal to, sum of this is a is e raised to h, right? So this is e raised to h. R is e raised to h whole raised to n minus 1 upon r is e raised to h minus 1. So this is your f of a plus ih. Now next step, as usual, you know, we have to multiply by h. So multiplying by h into sigma f of a plus ih, I running from 1 to n, is equal to h into e raised to h minus 1. Now remember one thing, this is a technique for writing less step, right? While you are multiplying by h, always keep denominator e raised to h minus 1. Always there is a this step, either a raised to h minus 1, whatever that may be, right? So with h you have to write denominator and then keep this numerator in another bracket, that is e raised to h, and this is e raised to nh minus 1. Got it? Okay. Now nh is again 2. So what we get? H into sigma I running from 1 to n f of a plus ih is equal to h into e raised to h minus 1. E raised to h is as it is, and nh is 2. So e square minus 1. Now everything is completed. So applying limit means by definition. So by definition, integration 0 to 2 e raised to x dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity, but this is exponential function, so I am taking where there is no n, there is a h, so we are taking h tends to 0, because as n tends to infinity, 1 upon n is 0, so this is 0, 1 upon n is 0, so 0 into h, b minus a, so h is 0, right? So h tends to 0, h into sigma f of a plus ih, I running from 1 to n. So this is limit h tends to 0. Now value of this is this. So h upon e raised to h minus 1 e raised to h into e square minus 1. Now you have one formula. Limit h tends to 0. A raised to h minus 1 upon h. Answer is log a base e. And if we take instead of a e, then answer will be limit h tends to 0 e raised to h minus 1 upon h. Then answer is log e. Log e is 1, so answer is 1. So answer of this is 1. Right? So applying limit. So limit h tends to 0 h upon e raised to h minus 1 limit h tends to 0 e raised to h square minus 1. So this is 1 by definition, by formula. H tends to 0, there is no denominator, so no need to check or apply any formula. Completely simple, completely substitute for value. So this is e raised to 0, this is e square minus 1, so answer is e square minus 1, right? So I show you two questions, one polynomial and one exponential function. So in the exponential function, you have to apply series formula, that is either AP or GP, right? And for a polynomial, you have to apply formula of sigma n, n square, n cube, whatever it may be, apply, and then simply apply limit and solve the question of limit. You will get your answer, right? But ये आपके syllabus में included नहीं है current year के लिए, okay? So if you want to practice more sums, there is a questions in your exercise, right? So solve that, try it, but the method I show is completely different than given in your textbook, and this is very easy method, right? Okay, so from next video we are going to learn fundamental principle of definite integration and solve हम solve भी करेंगे इसके questions, right? So completely now we are going to apply all formulas of indefinite integration. So learn that formula, इसको आप पक्का कीजिए, रट लीजिए, right? और next lecture में हम वो solve करेंगे, okay?